time, cause we both have busy schedules. Wish we had more time to spare. Want you around me like air, can get my feelings involved.
I'm helping people, bitch.
There into my eyes, you was there. Show me you care. I wanna keep you around. People like us are so rare, so rare, so rare, so rare, so rare. I wanna keep.
What's up? Please excuse my hair. My little twist outs just do not be coming out as cute as they used to. Just bear with me, guys. Bear with me. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's down, YouTube? It's your girl, the goddess, and I'm back. Ooh, with another one. Go, yeah. Girl. All right, guys. So today's video is gonna be God is everything. Everything. Okay. But before we get into the video, though, I'm gonna need you to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You hear me? You are more than welcome to. Oh Lord. You are more than welcome to think that anything I say on this channel is a bunch of tomfoolery. You are more than welcome to think that anything I say is crazy, or that I am crazy, or that I may need psychiatric help. You are more than welcome to disagree with anything I say on this channel, because why? What you think is valid in your world. Let me repeat that. What you think is valid in your world. Okay? So, with that being said, if you think Bigfoot and Sasquatch is real, baby, this is the channel for you. If you think aliens exist, this is the channel for you. If you think fairies and mermaids are real, this is the channel for you. This channel is about freedom of thought. Think how you want to think. I'm not here to persuade you to believe what I believe. I'm just here to shake some shit up to provoke thought, okay? Stir the pot a little bit, alright? Alright, now, let's get to the video. Alright, so God is everything, yada, 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 yada. You said that. Like, what you gonna say different, right? What am I gonna say different? So, I know I talked about that in previous videos. God is everything, God is everything, God is everything. But, I learned something. So, about 2-3 years ago, about 3 years ago, I bought a subscription for an app called Gaia. And on Gaia, there is a series, a TV series or a docu-series. Excuse me, guys. My nose is running a little bit. But a docu-series called Ancient Civilization. So, in Ancient Civilizations, on the second episode, it talks about how this young boy, you know, this is in ancient times, so a young boy was led by his mother to go find some sort of plant. I forget the name of what the plant is, but he went to old tombs. He went to go look in old tombs to find this plant, and instead of finding a plant, he found papyruses from a Christian faction, an ancient Christian faction called the Gnostics. So back in those times, in ancient times, there were different factions of Christianity, and this specific faction was called the Gnostics. So he found a bunch of books. Papyruses means books of Gnostic texts, and it contains the complete version of the Old Testament before the church took it out in the 4th century, edited it out in the 4th century. And it originated the concept of a simulated universe, guys. Oh my freaking gosh. A simulated universe. Alright, but anyway, so in the text, they were talking about, they called the spark, the spark of all creation. They called it Sophia. So they personified, so the Gnostics personified it too, but they personified it as female. So female, she birthed the simulated universe, the simulated reality, right? And they called her Sophia, and Sophia meant wisdom, or means wisdom. I'm gonna say means wisdom, right? So anyways, they called Sophia an ion, which is just a frequency, and this frequency manifested itself into human beings. and it contains the all-encompassing golden ratio, or created the all-encompassing golden ratio, which is present in human DNA, in all human DNA, right? Then there was this pre-existing tension that demands their expression, substantiation within the playing fields of creation itself. They call them archangels. So they express their ideal forms that they represent, and Sophia is urging them to do so, right? To create themselves. So after falling into a state of deficiency, Sophia splits, and she creates a lower version of herself, her celestial twin, while the higher one still exists. But now there's evil. Now evil exists, or is introduced, and they call this the demiurge. And the demiurge is the creator of the earth, a representation of Sophia's irrational passions. Okay, so how y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel? So is the devil, or this, or is Sophia's irrational passions her lower self? Is the devil just God's shadow self? Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, is the devil just God's shadow self? So you know how they have that quote by Hermes where it says, as above so below. What if we are just extensions of Sophia's higher and lower selves? Oh my freaking God. Oh my freaking God. Oh my freaking gosh. So look, I was watching something, was just urging. So I was scrolling through Netflix, right? And there's a show called Lucifer, and something kept telling me, watch it, because I was not interested in watching nothing that was called Lucifer. I just was like, nah, I'm not about to watch no devil shit, right? But then you actually watch it, and Lucifer is not this bad guy. Lucifer, he's not like this monster or this disgusting evil person. He's the ruler over hell. You know what I mean? Like, he's not hell. He's not like evil. He's just like the punisher of evil. Right? So he's the punisher of evil. He's the ruler over hell. But then he left hell and came to earth, right? He came to earth to be amongst humans because he wanted free will. But this the thing about Lucifer. Lucifer represented like people's deepest desires. You know, your deepest desires, what feels good to the flesh. So Lucifer was this like party, let's have fun, let's do drugs, let's have sex. You know, he was all for like the like being, you know, expressing. He was just the expression of people's deepest desires. He would even be able to pull people's deepest desires out of them, right? Or persuade them to follow their deepest desires, right? What feels good to the flesh. So isn't that what the Gnostics are saying Sophia's lower self, the demiurge, is? Her expression of her irrational passions. That's when I learned that, I was like, that blew my freaking mind, guys. That blew my freaking mind. Okay, so then you learn about like the yin and the yang and the polarity, and you learn about all of these laws, you know, these universal laws, and it's just like you have to keep the balance. There has to be a balance of good and evil, because it's like, would you understand peace if you've never been through chaos? Would you appreciate peace if you've never gone through chaos? You know? So it's like, could there be darkness? I mean, could there be light without darkness? You can't light up the light. You know what I'm saying? You can't light a room that's already bright. If that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Like, you can't make a bright room. I mean, I guess you can make a bright room brighter, but light only exists because of darkness. Light only exists because of darkness. Then I watched, this is the other confirmation I got to make this video, because I was been supposed to make this video too, but I be procrastinating. When I watched an episode of High Level Conversations, the one with the Prince of Africa. I forget his real name, but they call him the Prince of Africa. And he said something along the lines of, I don't remember exactly what he said, I'm gonna go back and watch it, but he said something along the lines of, you know, darkness exists, you know, because it has to exist to keep the balance, and I'm like, okay, so God is the devil too. Then when I was watching this girl, I used to watch this girl on YouTube, and she would always, you know, she would talk about spiritual warfare, and she would always say things like, see, if you want to play with the devil, you think the devil is a trickster, wait till you have to deal with God and get your karma. But what if the devil is God, the trickster? Because the devil is a trickster, you know, because God is the mastermind of all of this, right? Of this whole thing, right? So what if the devil is God, and that's God's shadow self punishing, like on Lucifer, punishing the evil to keep the balance? Oh my freaking gosh. So it's had my mind blown, guys. My mind was blown. So yeah, like, what if it is still God? Because she said, well, wait till you have to deal with God. But what if it is God? What if the devil is God? Because would life be worth living if it was, like, would life be exciting if it were just love and light and peace all the time? Or would everybody just be a monolith? You know, monolithic. Would everything just be like, would there be any excitement? You know? And then it can't just be all bad, because I feel like that's what we dealing with right now. Like, it's mostly negative. The balance is not there right now. The balance is off right now, and people are right now, everybody's dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of, you know, manipulation, a lot of lies, a lot of deceit, and it's not fun. That deceit all the time, like having to deal with that shit all the time, is not fun. It's not enough positivity. It's not enough light right now. But would life be as exciting if it were just all positive? And would life be, and we know life will be miserable if it was just all bad all the time, all chaos all the time. You know what I mean? That's unhealthy. So you have to have balance. And then there's this other movie that I watched called The School of Good and Evil, and that movie explained and gave a very good explanation and showed how both are necessary. You know, like sometimes you have to do evil things to keep the balance. So like it starred two girls with who are best friends, and the one that was like it was her dream to go to be a princess and to join the school of go to the school of good, like the good side of the school, and she wanted to be this princess. She wanted to dress up, and she thought she was just this good human being, like I'm good. And the other girl who was poor, who wasn't as like, you know, into that, she wasn't like the dressed up type of girl. You know, she wore her hair all over her head, and she wasn't really into all of that. So when they got dropped off at the schools, the one that thought she was good went to the evil side, and the one that thought she would be the one that go to the evil side went to the good side, the princess side. So both the girls, so this is the thing I'm about to get to. I'm about to make a point, you guys. I'm about to make a point. So both of the girls, one of the girls who got picked on, she got picked on a lot because the bloodline she's from, they called them witches, and the people in the village didn't like her, so she got picked on a lot, and she was called witch all the time, and people would try to, you know, harm her and hurt her. And so she wasn't the type that had it in her to defend herself, but the best friend did. So this man was about to attack her, but then her best friend saw it and came and knocked that nigga over the head knocked him over the head and saved her life. So the friend, she was willing to do some evil to protect her friend, to keep the balance. It was the balance, you know what I mean? And the other girl would do anything to protect her friend too. So she would stop, you know, she would try to stop her from doing those irrational things at times when she felt, you know, aggressive and wanted to hurt somebody. She would try to stop her from doing it. Look, that's not the way to go. That's not the way to do it. So they kept each other balanced. Y'all need to go watch that movie on Netflix. But anyways, moral of the story is, what if the devil is just God's shadow self? What if the demiurge is the devil, and the devil is just God's shadow self? Because Sophia still exists, but the demiurge is just it came from Sophia. Guys, came from Sophia. But anyways, I think that's actually all I had to say. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? Because when I learned it, I was like, oh wow. I was like, oh wow, I gotta go tell somebody. I gotta go tell some people. I gotta go see what people think, how people feel about this. All right, but anyways, that's all I have for you guys today, and y'all have a good one. And remember, don't be a hoe.